Okay, today I'm going to create a video that's going to show you step by step what your assignment for this week is requiring you to do. You will need to create 3 pages on a website. I gave you two tutorials, one for Google Sites and one for Webs.com. I'm using Webs.com because this is the one that most students use because it's more user-friendly, has more variety. I will do one in Google Sites just so you can see how to use that. But this will get you started. You should have already read your assignment requirements as well as the textbook readings before you begin this. That's why I didn't include this right away. I want you to, before you begin your website, to know, why we're doing what we're doing. So if you don't have a website, you're going to have to create one. And it'll tell you to create your site. I have one created, so I just have to sign in. And it comes up with email, address, password, and then sign in. You will have to create yours with your email address and then create an actual password. You want to write this password down so you don't lose it. Although if you forget it, you can always click on Forgot Password and it'll send it to your email address that you created your website with. So you sign in. And the first thing that comes up is where you might have had other websites. I had a bunch and I deleted the ones that I used for examples in the past. I'm going to click on Add a New Site because I want us to start with exactly the way yours would look. Okay, so I'm going to do my site title. Call it Dr. Massey. I am going to create an educational one, so I'm going to click Education. And then I'm going to create a theme. Now, you can look at several. If you scroll across this bar, it shows you ones that are available to you. I would make yours as professional as possible because if you chose to use this in class, you'd want it to look and reflect that of a teacher. So I'm just going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to use probably, let's see, there's quite a few here, and I think I'm going to use a Digital Glam. That one. Now watch out because your mouse tends to scroll. So Digital Glam, I'm going to use this one. It's going to give me the recommended pages. Now I need the home page, and you have to have the home page. I don't need the news page. I think the calendar page is a good thing to have in there. Assignments and handouts and resources we don't need. You can also add forums. So if I'm using this if this was my website and I was going to invite you guys to be part of my website, I would have a forum. That would be a place for students to talk and connect. I could also have a photo gallery, and then if I have a forum, I then would need a members page so that way I could connect all of you in there. So it asks you to type the numbers you see here. Okay, and then you always have to agree to the terms and then create your website. Now, the next part that comes up is that you could, if you wanted to, pay for your own domain name, but you don't need to. So you want to put in the exact name of your website, which mine is available. So I click Create My Website. What it's doing now is it's building the site. This is their tutorial, which you can also use, and it tells you how to use every one of these. So that's always a resource you have. Okay, so I can click here to change my the way that my page looks, and I'm going to make it so that it is grammatically correct. Okay, Dr. Massey. And then anytime you make any changes, you have to click the Done. Okay, so now I'm going to drag and drop modules here. Remember, the requirement for your home page is that you're going to have an image of yourself, which should be professional, and it's also going to have a spot for you to talk about yourself. So I'm going to click on Image and Text. Okay, so I'm going to double click to add an image. Since I do not have my image already uploaded, I need to find it. So I'm going to click on Upload Image. I'm going to go through my pictures and click on that one. Okay, it tells me that it's there. Right here, I'm going to click my text and I'm going to add information about myself. I'm not going to spend the time to add everything. I'm just going to give you kind of a brief example. I would start with, hi, my name is Dr. Massey, and then give whatever information. You need to put in your contact information, so you would put your email address, last, make sure you capitalize last, updated, that's the last date that you worked on it. You change it every time. The copyright of 2014 refers to the year. You don't need to put that in. That would be duplicate. Just make sure that you put in 2014. Okay, so as you can see, there is a contact form, but that's not the same as putting it into every page. So if I like what I've done, which I do, then I would go ahead and click on publish. However, I want to change my font. So I want to change what type of font I can use. Now when I scroll down here, I can see there is a lot of different options. Maybe I want to use this one. Now if I don't think that's large enough, I just click the plus sign and use this until it's as large as I want it to be. Then I click publish to make sure it publishes my site. Right here it says, congratulations, you have successfully published your website. Click on the link to see what it looks like in web-based format, which is what everyone will see. You're the only one that's going to see what it looks like when you're building it. So you can see, okay, yes, I've got my email address, and as I scroll over this, you can tell that it does because the little hand is active. Okay, so let's click out of that, go back to our site builder, click off of this. Now we're going to go into our pages. So the next page we're going to be looking at is we're going to add a page. But before we do that, we're going to move in order the pages. I want the calendar page to be the last one. I want to change this to be just assignments. I don't want it to be assignments and handouts. So I have it say in assignments. I clicked the green check mark, and now I have assignments. Okay, so if I want to go to the assignments page, then I click on edit this page. And it comes up with, again, my name. And what I'm going to do is I can change how I want this to look. So I can drag and drop modules into the main content area, which is this. This is your main content. This is the sidebar. If you don't think you need the sidebar, which you will with the assignments page, and what you want to do is you can add buttons. So if you put a button over here, you click to edit it. So let's say the first assignment that you're going to do is a lesson plan. Week 4. Let's just put that. If that is exactly what it's going to be, then I'm going to insert a link there, which is this button right here. And I have to add a file. So I'm just going to go ahead and upload from add this week's assignment just for the sake of having a file. Okay. But over here, I need to have an image because, as you remember from the assignment requirement, it says you must have an image for every page. So we want to go ahead and add an image. And maybe we're just going to go ahead and again, my images will have absolutely, they're very random, so don't worry about whether or not they look like they match, but I want you to get the gist of how to do your images. Okay, now don't get alarmed if you get this, where it says choose file to upload, not responding. What that means is that the communication between your computer and the program is on a little bit of an overload like mine is, and I've got many screens open behind this, so it's kind of freezing up on me. So I will let it go ahead and stop. Okay. It's still freezing up. Okay, so you can click on the red arrow. You can say close the program, which that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and close it to give it a chance to catch up. Okay. So you would add the image there, and like I said, my computer's kind of freezing up right now, so I'm not going to try that one. And you would just, could be a picture of textbooks or something. Again, then hit publish. Check your site. Every time you make a change, check to see what your site looks like in the web-based format so that anyone else would get an idea of what to look for. Okay, so here's the home page. Let's go to the assignments page. Okay, so now if I click on here, what should happen is, absolutely, there's my assignment that I had uploaded, and this is the week 3 website assignment document that I told you I was going to use. I'm going to cancel it. This is where my image would be of whatever I'm going to put up here for my assignments, which again I would relate it to something along the assignments, whether it be a book, an image of books or something along that lines. What I noticed here is that when I reordered my links, it didn't change it. I can tell you why it didn't do that. I forgot to click the green done button. I need to go back and change that. So now we're going to go ahead and go back into the site, go back to the pages, and then we're going to do this again, reorder. And here's what I forgot to do. Click done. Okay. So now we have our home page, we have a calendar page, we have the assignments page, but we still need another page. That page is the EdTech page, so we have to add a new page. So we can go ahead and add a standard page and just call it EdTech. Now, in keeping consistent, if you notice, the home page is capitalized with just the first letter, the assignments page is just capitalized with the first letter, and the calendar as well. We would not want to go all capitals on one page, lowercase on another page. We've got to remain consistent, and that's part of what you get graded on too, is what's called usability. So I'm going to leave this EdTech, and because of the fact that tech is also going to be capitalized, if there was a second word, like when I did assignments and handouts was capitalized, that would be consistent. So we're going to create the page. And it's loading it for us. Okay. Now again, I don't like it's not ordered the way I want to. So before I go into adding anything in here, I'm going to reorder my pages. I want the EdTech page to be the second page because it needs to be. Home EdTech was where you talk about your position on the use of technology in the classroom. Assignments is where you're going to upload every week's assignment to the website throughout the course of the 15 weeks, and then the calendar page. Remember to click Done. As you can see, it changed it. Home, EdTech, Assignments, and Calendar. Okay, so I need to have an image here. Now, I don't need a sidebar here because this again is a page where I'm just putting text in. I can, if I wanted to put just the image over here, which is where I would do it because it allows you to have some sort of symmetry. So I would put the image of what you're going to use for your EdTech. And again, I would use something along the lines of a computer, anything that is related to text. Then I would go ahead and I would put the paragraph here. Drag it over here. Now, you highlight that and you start talking about your position. My position on the use of technology in the classroom. Okay, now what do I have to have in here? I have to have my copyright. If you guys remember, I did not put that on my assignments page. I've got to go back. You will get a deduction for not including that. So my email address, again, last updated. That's your copyright information. Okay. Do you want to have your font changed? Again, you can do that. I would remain consistent with the type of font. So if you used, I used Cricut Regular on my first page, I want to keep that all the way through. I want it to be bigger, so that way it's legible. And now I'm going to hit publish. Okay. And then I'm going to look at it again. Okay. There's the pages. Again, you'll notice assignments doesn't have anything at the bottom, and I need something there for the last updated. And then the calendar. The calendar, I would use this to put the assignments in for yourself for this class. You know, post the dates, that way you'll keep it at least a good record of what you have to do. I'm going to click off of this, and I'm going to go into my assignments page, and I'm going to go ahead and add, and it says, are you sure you want to leave this page? Yes, I want to leave this page. And it's saving my changes. You know I didn't lose anything because it's saving the changes. If it doesn't do that, then either you did save them and really didn't realize it, or then there's something wrong. But it should go through a saving the changes every time you change pages. Okay, so again, remember I have to put in the last updated, right? So I'm going to use a toolbar up here to change the image. I'm just going to, because it wants an image, so I'm just going to upload that in there. And I'm going to go ahead and see about moving it. If it will let me, and if it doesn't, go up here, and you see these little bars up here. It'll tell you left. I want it to go left because I want to have text over here. And then I can change, I can put a frame around it. Okay. I could put in a link if I wanted to, but I don't want to do that. So I can then add another text, put it down here. You just drag it up. If it doesn't go the first time, just look for it like that. And then down here, again, click on that. And the email, last updated. And if you want this to be further down, you can drag it. If it doesn't move, then just go back to the old-fashioned way and just hit the enter key like this. It will go to the bottom of the page just by hitting enter. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and publish this one. Just make sure that it keeps our changes. Click on the title. Okay, so this is my home page. Here's my EdTech page. There's my assignments page. And then there's the calendar. Now, what you should notice between these three pages is that I did not remain consistent with the font. EdTech and Home have the same. Assignments has the default. So to keep consistency, go back and change that. So I'm going to click out of here, go back into my site builder, and then I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to go to the default font, scroll down to the one I've been using, or in my case now I'm going back up. There we go, consistent. Okay, I need to publish it again because I made a change. and we can look at it again. Let's go to the assignments. There we go. It's changed. So now we'll go ahead and click out of here. We'll go back to our site builder. What I would recommend, and this is just from the standpoint of consistency, and again, it's going to tell me I'm leaving my page. It's going to save my changes, even though my changes have been saved. Is to again use the same font to use to have your images uploaded into your picture file on your computer or on a jump drive. That's where you have them all there. But to make sure that you have everything that you need in one area, I would, like I said, create a folder on your computer that says, website materials. That way you don't have to, to be looking for them. Like I said, I don't have a lot of pictures on here, so what I should do, I'm just going to go ahead and put this one in there so you can see that you have to have an image. It needs to be something specific. Again, I'm going to publish it. I'm going to make sure that it took the changes, and I do that through every step. It's making certain that you didn't forget a step, because many students have problems with that and they don't realize that they didn't finish the process. This is just making sure that you don't get frustrated. So you can change your template at any point. You can add different things. You don't have to be remain consistent to the same template. If it doesn't, you don't like the colors behind it, change it. You can add videos. So for example, if I wanted to add a video into my box, see how it changes the position there? I can double click and add a video. So I have to be able to have a video. I can do one of two things. I can go to the YouTube videos. I can, if I created my video in YouTube, there's always going to be an embed code that you can get. So let's say I wanted to, or I can go to one of my videos that I uploaded before. So if I have any videos, and I don't know that I do, but let's see if I do have any saved. Okay, here's one. Let's just put it in there. Okay. This will tell you you can't do it because you're not paying for it. That's okay. There's always a way to get around it. Click out of that. Double click again. That's why you upload your stuff to YouTube. So let's see if I can find one of my YouTube videos. Let's assume that this is the video I want. Insert video. There it is. That simple. Publish. Double check it. Let's go back. Your Ed Tech page is the one that I put this on. There's the video. Okay. You really have a lot of versatility with this program. There's so many different things. Again, you can add a slideshow. There's a difference. So if I wanted to put in a PowerPoint versus putting in, let's go on to the assignments page, and I'll show you that. Say I wanted I had a lecture I wanted to have you guys look at. If I go to assignments, and let's say I want to put there. Here's my picture, so you can always change it. Double click to find the slideshow. Again, I'm going to have to upload it because I don't have anything here. So I'll go to my jump drive, and let's go to, I'm not sure I have any, let's do, I'm just going to find a, okay, apparently I don't have one. Anyway, you could add the slideshow there. Let's go ahead and delete that out of there, and then we'll publish it. Okay, that should show you how to use most of these tools. If you have any other questions, let me know. Again, what you're going to publish, what you're going to post to the to Blackboard is going to be this address right here. Whatever that says is the address you upload to the assignment link that you post in the discussion thread. If you have any questions, give me a call. Either text me, call me on my landline, call me on my cell phone, email me. We can set up a time to meet. Hope you have fun with this assignment.